What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now, there wasn't any major political news going on in the world or anything. It's the same old, same old. They're still pushing that stupid, retarded boyfriend killed YouTuber girlfriend crap. Other than that, nothing really that I saw that was really big. I do want to mention a few remakes or reboots that they're fixing to come out with, which is dumb. Hollywood needs to stop trying to make cash cows out of these titles, because they literally take the original story and wipe it out, and then they rewrite the whole thing. They put some type of political agenda or crap in there, or feminist bullshit, and it just turns to shit. One, I saw the whole DC taking Superboy and trying to turn him gay in the comics. So basically, these writers who are alphabet community people have stolen yet again another iconic character and tried to make them different than what they actually are. Superboy's not gay, no matter how much they want to try to make him gay. They basically took a gay character and slapped, the Superman logo on him, which is fucking retarded. I don't care, if the character's gay. I don't care if the superhero is gay. My problem with it is make your own fucking character. Don't steal another person's work and try to claim it as your own. Create your own shit. Stop stealing. Fucking these stupid ass SJW fucking gay or alphabet community writers. They need to stop that shit. Fucking retarded. Another thing I can't stand, I hate any kind of when you fuck with an iconic character when they're established as they are already. I saw that they're going to do a remake or a reboot of Hellraiser franchise, which again is fucking retarded. They're going to gender swap Pinhead and make it a female, make him a female, which again is dumb. It doesn't work. Every time they do this, the movie flops. Every time. Nobody likes feminism in their bullshit. Their entertainment. Nobody wants it. Stop. Hollywood, stop. You're ignorant. Now, some have claimed that in his first book, the character was unnamed. This may be true, but he actually did a couple adaptions. He did some short novels and even a short film before that. And he called him the Cold Man. Man. Not woman, man. He established in an interview, Clive Barker, that the character has always been male. He actually wanted to call him the Hell Priest, or the Priest is basically what he wanted. Everyone kind of figured he wanted it'd be called the Hell Priest. Now he says the studio are the ones who put out the film and called him Pinhead, or nicknamed him, coined him Pinhead, and the fans liked it, so the character got stuck with that name, but he hated it. Like I said, he first called him the Cold Man, and then he wanted to call him the Priest, or the Hell Priest. Even though his first novel didn't name the character. But it's always been male, people, not female. Okay. The next reboot I saw, remake, they're gonna reboot the fucking Scream franchise. Give me a fucking break. Okay, the first Scream movie was okay. It wasn't good at all, to be honest. It was just okay. There's no reason why we should remake this or reboot it. Dumb. Ignorant. Just stupid shit, man. I know there's a couple other remakes out there that they're working on. Everyone's complaining that 007's dead now because they want to gender swap 007. Again, stop with the gender swap. Stop. It doesn't work. Now they're bitching about Ghostbusters Afterlife because it's a male lead role in the movie. Fuck off, feminists. And then, you know, people are bitching about Dave Chappelle. Okay, listen. I don't care for Dave Chappelle. I think he's a piece of shit. I don't like the dude. He's not really that funny to me. And he is a racist piece of shit. That's why I don't like him. Flat out, he even admits he's a racist. So, you know, I just watched his Netflix special not too long ago, a couple days ago or so. He literally states in there that, you know, black people, they were enslaved by white people, which is not true. It's not true at all. He needs to do his fucking history and his homework. It was black people who enslaved black people. That's a fact. You can look that shit up. He got a lot of crap in his fucking, you know, he tried to tell people this is how it was, blah, 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 with the slavery and Martin Luther King and all that bullshit. And he was wrong most of the time. 90% of what he said was bullshit. So I don't like Dave Chappelle. He literally flat out says, you know, he hates white people and he fucking pisses on them all the time. That's why you see him make a bunch of jokes about white people. He's a piece of shit. But anyways, you know, the only ones who have anything to complain, I'm Native American. I don't give a fuck if you're black, white, whatever. You know, blacks were right alongside white people when they were killing Native Americans. Anyways, regardless of that shit, I think it's retarded when someone just fucking, you know, they can't get past a person's colored skin. It's fucking dumb. I don't care what skin color you are. You're a human being. Who gives a fuck if you're fucking black, white, red, yellow? I don't care. You're still a human. I'm not going to get upset because your fucking ancestors did something to my ancestors, you know, over 100 years ago. Black people need to get over that fucking shit. Get over it. Move the fuck on. That's all I have to say about that shit. Moving on. But yeah, that's your remakes and reboots. I just got done watching all 5 seasons of Babylon 5. Babylon 5, there was some controversy with Star Trek Deep Space Nine for a while there, because they were claiming Star Trek stole their idea of a deep space station or whatever TV series. So Babylon 5 was given the go ahead and make their own TV series. And that's basically what it was. Space station built out in space to where they could have different races of ambassadors come and meet and blah blah blah, and try to form some kind of peace. Most of the seasons 1 through 4 was basically about what's called the Shadow War. Basically, you had two races, the Shadows and the Vorlons. One of them supposedly represented order, the other one chaos. And they were using the other races to fight their war for them. One thing that irritated me was I kept changing the theme song every season. The first theme song for the show was good. The rest of them sucked. I didn't like any of the others. For the first season, you had Sinclair as the captain. He leaves, but he comes back in the second season or the third season, one of those two. And he ends up on Babylon 4, going into the past and becoming a Minbari, one of their sacred leaders or whatever, because he helped them fight the Shadows once before. Anyways, in the second season, you had Captain Sheridan come in, take his place. There's a bunch of shit with the Psi Corps, which are telepaths who are like cops who go after telepaths. It's really kind of strange. You get a lot of this going on. And you have this blonde woman named Taylor. Well, she doesn't stick around. She ends up leaving. She supposedly is like this hidden spy or some shit, which didn't make any sense. The story didn't make any sense. But apparently the actress wanted to exit the show, and that's the exit story they gave her, which didn't fit with what was going on. Then you had the original telepath named Lita. She comes back and takes her place. At season 3, they have a group called the Rangers that join them. They create these so-called spaceships by the Minbari called the White Stars, who help them patrol the galaxy. Season 4 pretty much wraps up the whole Shadow War thing. And all the old races, including the Shadows and the Vorlons, they leave that part of the universe. They go to a different realm of existence or some shit. And then you have season 5, which, as far as I'm concerned, was terrible. It dealt with the war of telepaths. They had some deal where the telepaths were going at each other. Lita takes up the role of the so-called leader of the telepaths after he gets killed. She takes on his place and tries to go after the Psi Corps. And they end off that with her doing that. Jakar, he ends up going just exploring the galaxy. He leaves. He becomes an icon to his people. Ambassador Malari, the Centauri, they kind of leave his story arc off. He basically becomes imprisoned by the Drakh, who are those who used to be servants of the Shadows. They kind of took over his home world. and made him emperor and took him over. Um, Garibaldi, he marries his ex and now in control of this huge profitable company on Mars. The Doctor, he's head of some xenobiology research on Earth. And then, Sheridan dies and Delenn is left controlling the Grey Council or whatever and becoming the president of the Alliance. Like I said, season 5 kind of did it wasn't very good at all. I like seasons 1 through 4, but the last one kind of sucked. You also had some TV movies and even a short spin-off that lasted like a season or two, but it didn't go anywhere. The show basically ended at season 4. It's a good show for the most part, for being really under budget and kind of cheesy, especially with the special effects. But it was all right show. It wasn't bad. Like I said, I liked seasons 1 to 4. The only person I really had a problem with was the guy who played Michael Garibaldi and Alex, or Zach Allen. Sorry, not Alex. Zach Allen, his second in command. They both were really, really bad actors. I mean, terrible actors. I don't know why they kept the guy who played Michael Garibaldi for so long. He sucked. He was a terrible actor. And so was the Zach guy. The Zach guy tried, but you just tell he wasn't an actor. You also had Susan, who becomes a general from seasons 1 through 4. She's not in 5 until the very last episode. Like I said, the show's okay. Check it out if you're a hardcore sci-fi fan. You'll probably like seasons 1 through 4, but I doubt if you like anything after that. Go ahead and check it out. It's not bad. I give it 2 thumbs up. Alright, let's move on to your B-movie reviews. Alright, again, it is horror month. All month long we are doing horror flicks. 'Tis the season. So I went with a couple creature features this round. The first one was done in 1987 and made about $4 million worldwide. It really didn't do very good at all. I mean, as far as box office numbers go. And it's called The Nest. And it stars Frank Luz, Terry Trias, Robert Lansing, and Lisa Langlois. You might also know Terry from several other movies. And, of course, a TV series I intend to get around to watching called Alien Nation. She was the lead on that, too. Anyways, The Nest. Basically, you have this guy who pretty much owns the island, or is like the mayor of the island. Everything goes by him. He kind of runs everything around here. He has a daughter that's been gone for a while. She comes back to the island to visit. Um, the sheriff is an old flame of hers, and they kind of get hooked back together, even though he's kind of seeing somebody else at the time. The guy, the mayor or so, whatever, he notices that people are starting to get killed on the island. So he calls in this doctor of this high-tech company or whatever. She's been doing experiments. This is Terry's character. She's been doing experiments on cockroaches. The experiment was to have cockroaches who eat other cockroaches because they're getting so used to pesticides and crap. So they were trying to find another way to get rid of them. There aren't no natural enemies of the cockroaches or predators. So they decided to make a batch of cockroaches that would eat other cockroaches for them to get rid of the pests. Well, they decided they just liked meat. They didn't care if they were cockroaches or not. As long as it was meat, they were going to eat it. So naturally, they're killing like animals, and then they started eating humans. The sheriff and the others figure a way how to destroy the cockroaches and blow them all up. And they eventually do figure out a way to do it. There's a couple of scenes in there that are just kind of dumb and idiotic. Like there's one scene where the dad throws himself into this bathroom full of cockroaches when he didn't need to act like he's going to save his daughter. What's kind of dumb is that everybody's grabbing guns, like guns is going to help them with a bajillion cockroaches. I mean, seriously, you might as well throw a toothpick at them. Anyway, towards the end, they show a mutated creature. When the cockroaches, all of a sudden the doctor explains that when the cockroaches started ingesting humans and shit, like part of them become like this mutated version of them. So the big queen at the end was a mutated version of several different humans. It's kind of dumb looking. Anyways, like I said, they eventually blow them all up, or supposedly kill them all by blowing them all up in this cave, the nests that they find. And that's the end of the movie. The acting was okay. You had some decent actors in this. But it reminded me of a TV-made movie, even though it wasn't. That's the way it reminded me of. Like an old 80s TV movie. I mean, it was okay. It was enough to watch. It just wasn't, like, super great. The special effects were, of course, cheesy as fuck. You know, but that's, you know, it's campy 80s style type shit. It wasn't really scary. Wasn't really a mystery kind of thing. I don't know. It was okay for a one-time watch, but it wasn't like the best. Unless you're a real big creature feature horror fan, I'd probably skip this one. It wasn't like the greatest. I give it a thumbs up and a thumbs down. A 3 overall. It was decent. You can watch it if you want to. Just looking for something to watch. Alright, moving on to your next one. Another creature feature. It was done in 1988. And this pretty much went straight to DVD. I mean, it only went out to a few cinemas and it didn't do very well at all. Only made about $50,000 at the box office, which is really, really bad. So it flopped pretty bad. And this movie's called Slugs. It starred Michael Garfield and Kim Terry. Now, the name pretty much says it all. It's about a bunch of mutated slugs, radioactive mutation, that got loose in this town, and they're meat eaters. Normally slugs will only eat vegetation, but these are meat eaters. Naturally, they get a taste of human flesh, and then they get loose in the sewer system and start going around town killing people. Naturally, you have a guy who figures out how to kill them. He calls in a scientist buddy who makes a concoction that when it interacts with moisture, it blows up with the slugs. The moisture from the slugs, the slime or whatever. You have a couple other people who are involved. They figure a way to trap them in a certain area in the sewers so they can blow them all up, and that's what they do. One of them gets killed doing it. And that's pretty much the movie. Not a lot to, not a big story. This one was pretty damn cheesy. This was definitely, you know, a super B-rated DVD movie. It wasn't that good at all. At least I didn't think so. In my opinion, it wasn't very good. I gave it a 2. The acting was just good enough to be able to stand and watch it. And like with this one, unless you're really, really a hardcore creature feature horror enthusiast, don't bother watching it because it really was not that good. Like I said, I gave it a 2 overall. The special effects were, yeah, you know, they got these slugs moving really fast, even though you know slugs move like barely move. They got them going super fast. It was weird. And like I said, the acting wasn't really that great at all. Yeah, a bunch of actors I didn't ever even heard of. So I do not recommend this one. I give it 2 thumbs down. Terrible movie. More power to you if you want to watch it. Just wasn't for me. Anyways, that's all I have for you this week. If you have any thoughts on what I said earlier in the video, please leave your comments down in the section down below. If you have any underrated movies or B movies that you think I might not have ever seen or heard of, please leave your suggestions down in the comments down below. I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So that's it for this week. Until next time, I told you you'd be told the truth, and you just been told.